I love coffee. I love coffee so much that I even opened my own coffee shop in Thailand. And here are 7 things I learned about running my own business in Thailand and what you need to know before you do it. Before that, a small recap about me. I am a Lithuanian fella who lived in London for 10 years, worked in a cafe for 6 of those years, spent some time in an office, but I hated it. Moved to Thailand for almost a year now and got really bored, almost broke. So had to come up with some kind of new business. So first thing you should know before you start a business in Thailand, don't do things like we do. By that I mean, don't rush into anything. We literally see an empty building still on constructions. We call the landlord, we accept the asking price, we place the deposit, and we went home. At that point, we didn't even have a clue or even agreement between me and my wife what we're gonna do with this empty space. Can you see the red flags in there? Because at that point, we didn't. First thing I think what you need to do is think before you do anything. So like we didn't actually agree on what we want the empty space for. Like my wife, she wanted a fancy sushi restaurant because she loves sushi. And myself, I was like more like, let's do something like chilled, relaxed place where people can hang out, more like hipster, and like sell foreigner food. Like you never know, especially that I eat foreigner food pretty much every day, so why would we pay somewhere else for the same food? And the second thing to take out of this story is don't just accept the asking price. I mean, if you are in a rush and the location is amazing and the asking price is good for you, that might be a good deal. Although in our case, we didn't even looked around what is the price, we didn't ask around, and we didn't actually fight for getting less to pay. So we end up overpaying. Like in beginning, we thought it's a pretty good deal, but a few months in, I spoke with few people and they mentioned that in our street, people pay way less than we do. Actually, like they gave me exact numbers. They told me that rent in the street is around 8,000 baht and we pay 12. We pay 4,000 baht more every month for rent than our neighbors. So yeah, definitely be aware of that. Don't overpay. And if you are a foreigner, that's another thing. People in Thailand think that foreigners have money. That's not the case in my situation. Maybe some of us do, I don't know. But me personally don't. But there will be most likely asking a little bit extra of you. Next thing you should know before you open a coffee shop, you should try to be a little bit more like me. By that I mean, my girl, she's very optimistic. She always looks in everything from the bright side, right? And she was like, oh, you know, if we sell 100 cups of coffee a day, we end up attracting more people attention. Everyone talks about us. Those people who come leave the reviews bring more customers, and we end up super busy, so we never need to make any effort whatsoever. Well, in my case, in my opinion, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Maybe it will happen, but I was thinking like, what if no one will come? What if not, we don't sell even 1 cup of coffee? Can we afford that? Is it still a good idea? So after all those negative things, what I was thinking, obviously I understood someone will come. But after all of those, I was like, yeah, it's still a great idea. Because I eat foreigner food every day, so I don't need to pay for anything. On top of that, I drink like 5 cups of coffee a day. My girl drinks another 2, so we will end up saving so much money only by drinking our own coffee. In fact, I even did a math on this. So if we end up drinking 7 cups a day for a 4-year time, we will be getting all the money back what we invested by not spending for a coffee anywhere else. And that's only if no one will come. But let's face it, someone will come. So it was a great choice. Plus, I personally was bored in Thailand
I do the video,
and was not enjoying it here. I needed something to keep me busy, something to take me out of the house. Talking about busy brings us to number 3. If you want to open a coffee shop or any other business in Thailand, expect work, long hours. It's not our first business, so we know what we are doing. But in case if you don't know yet, you can expect to be working from morning to midnight, especially if you are doing this on your own. We are 2 of us, so we kinda help each other. Our days looks like this. Every morning we go to shops, markets to get fresh ingredients. Then rush to our cafe to open and work there all day, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. So that's already 11-hour shifts. The first 3 months is the most important to every business, so expect to have no days off. If we are not busy in the cafe, we will be continuously looking for how to improve our recipes, where to get a better quality ingredients, and how to save money. After work, we work. Advertisement, Facebook posts, Instagram, and even TikTok. We do anything just to get people talking about us. And you want that because... So number 4 is competition. Buriram is the place where our coffee shop is located. And in here we have more than 70 different coffee shops, and they're opening at least 1 new coffee shop every single month. So it's crazy. Everyone have this dream of like opening a coffee shop and becoming a millionaire. That's so far from being true. Usually coffee shops last around 3 to 4 months. For us it's a little bit different because we have a small catch. We are different. We serve foreigner food. That's my lunch. We serve foreigner food and we are focused on it, and we do it very, very well. So it's slightly different as well because me and my wife work in a cafe, so the people who comes here, they feel different vibe because we are owning the coffee shop. We own this place, so we work way harder than anyone else would work for you. So you can literally come in, have a chat with us, get to know us, make friends, and you will know. But end of the day, we try to put 100% just to make you happy. Talking about us being here brings us to number 5. Because we are working in our cafe ourselves, we manage to control our costs for staff. We don't need to hire 4 to 6 people to do our job and to make sure it's done well. No one will work harder for you than yourself. Plus, we want to show our staff a good example. And we can see in first person if we ask too much from them. Do we need more people, or it's easily done by a small team? Number 6 would be money, and once again money. Expect to pay way more than you think. When we started opening this coffee shop, we were thinking about our budget will be around 400,000 baht, which is around 10,000 pounds. We'll put more numbers, exact numbers down below. But we actually end up paying 530 grand. So it's quite a big increase. It's actually 25% increase than what we expected. So be aware. I would recommend to start with a higher budget
like somewhere around 1 million baht. Because if you decide that you want to change something, or like in our case, something broke even before we opened the restaurant. So yeah, so that would be much safer decision for you to do. And then another thing, because our cafe comparatively is quite cheap. Other cafes which we know, they're actually spend around 1 million baht. Maybe we saved a little bit on our expenses because I actually did most of the stuff in here. Like example, we painted the walls, we sorted out the floors, and we even made furniture. Everything was kind of made by ourselves, so that's clearly managed to cut our costs. So you should be aware of this.
The last thing you should know before opening a business: you can open owning 100% of your own business, but it's much easier if you don't. In my case, business registered under my wife's name, so it was much easier and less paperwork to do. Think about that.
And actually I have even a bonus for you guys. Let's ask my wife, what does she think about opening a coffee shop in Thailand? Is it a great idea?
I think opening a cafe in Buriram is one of the best decisions that you made. Not only about making a business wise, I think it's more about living choice as well, because we both start having friends, we both can go out with other people, because when we first moved here, we both don't have any friends, we don't know anyone, and it's very hard to live in a new city. But business is really good actually, from my opinion, because we are the only one who making this style of the cafe, like a breakfast brunch with the English and American style food. So I think we're doing very well, and I think it's a good choice that we made.
So yes, boys and girls, don't wait. If you have opportunity, do it. If you do nothing else, just sit at home and don't actually earn any money, you must be crazy. Use it. Use yourself. Work a little bit, man. Don't be lazy. I mean, end of the day, what are you gonna lose? Money? Well, it's actually quite important thing. But yeah, maybe don't do it if you have no clue what you're doing.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks once again for watching, and see you in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, so you will be the first ones to see what's happening in my crazy life. Bye for now.